If you haven't seen Logan, go watch it. If you have seen Logan, go watch it again. I'm in Salad and I saw Logan. It is written and directed by James Mangold, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. I'm X69. I've got 2 claws. That's about it. On with the review. To boil it down, the plot is this. We have Logan, and he's dying. Immediately my first thought is, why is he dying? He's supposed to be healing. He's supposed to be big healing. We got Charles Xavier, he has dementia, and he's in this tanker. You know, he's just held there. If he has seizures of any kind, which he has, he'll get big. Everyone's like around him, just not able to breathe. They're just there, standing in terror, you know, and so he has to be hidden from everyone. And then we also got another fellow who's there helping out, and I'm just thinking, okay, this is nice and cozy. What will happen that's bad? Well, there's a chick who's like, I need your help. I need your help. Please take us to Eden. Please take us to this place. Go to North Dakota. Let's go there. And, you know, he's really hesitant to help them out, which is completely in his character. And also what's interesting is that there's this little girl, and he's not really familiar with who this chick is. Why do you want us to go to Eden? Interesting. And then she's like, oh no, I need your help, I need your help. And he's like out and about, and then he goes to the hotel and she's slaughtered. Also, Logan has a meetup with this guy. Where's the girl? And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Interesting premise already. And then there's the girl who's at their place, and you know, she's just eating cereal. And it's like, okay, what's up with this chick? Why does this guy really want this little girl? She's like 11 years old, okay? Well, we're about to find out why. We got all these guys coming in. We're gonna get some. We're gonna get her. We got these like cuffs that block her powers. There's a freaking mosquito. Stop that. Her reveal of her powers is so cool because it doesn't even show her like get rid of all those people in the place with her. It shows to like an outside shot. Logan's on the floor and she just walks out, and like there's like screaming before she walks out. It's like, oh, she did something pretty insane. And she's got 2 claws and she goes to all of them. I like seeing how all these guys trying to find her and now have found her, they're really scared of her. They're like, oh, okay, come on, easy, take it easy. All right, back up, back up, back up. And then she just starts swinging and they try to get her, you know. Logan initially doesn't want to help her, which I really do like, until it's shown that he has the same powers as her. And so he's like, all right, come on, we're going to Eden. He looks at this X-Men book, and these coordinates are the same in the X-Men book as the coordinates as they're supposed to go. And he's like, this is all fake, this is all bad. Why am I even helping you? You know, and I like how they just want to fight. They're big fighter. And she's just like selectively mute. She's like, I don't want to talk to anyone. But when she does talk, she speaks a lot of Spanish. Makes sense. She's from Mexico. And she speaks a ton of it. She doesn't speak that much English, per se. ¿Por qué? Because she's from Mexico. Badum ching! That was kind of a failed attempt at a joke. We got Logan, we got Xavier, and we got this chick, and they're all traveling to North Dakota, and we got these guys on the trail. It's kind of a cat and mouse chase because you got these guys on the trail. Also, this friend was kidnapped. He has the ability to seek and be able to know where his mutants are, you know, his mutant friends. He's also allergic to sun, and so when they torture him by pouring sun on him, it makes me feel sad for him. Like, no, why, right? And then there's like a few moments where they're like, oh, let's just like take a chill time down here. Xavier's like, yes, we'll like to have a nice little tasty dinner with you fellow people on the side of the road that had their horses escape when there was this auto truck that tried to ram them off the road and they had to go on the other side, and then same thing must have happened to these lovely fellows who have their horses just going all over the side of the highway, and now apparently Xavier can control horses. Interesting. I did not know that was in his wheelhouse, but it makes sense. They're not very smart, so it's kind of easy to control a horse with Xavier's powers. And so they're having a nice little lovely dinner. After the dinner, Logan's like, can we leave? Xavier's like, no, let's stay. And I'm like, no, dude, this has so much foreshadowing over it. They should have just like kept on going. But Xavier's like, no, I need to have this lovely moment. And we're gonna have a chill time. We're gonna be in your guest bedroom. We're gonna look at a cool little TV. We're gonna look at the shows, the classic shows like Shane. I think that's a movie. I don't know, I've never seen Shane. But that's what it is playing on the TV. What's interesting, though, is that, wow, who could have predicted that these guys followed them? Yep, followed. It also makes me wonder, he removed the tracker, got a new ride. How are they tracking her? At this point, I'm like, this is interesting. How are they able to track them? Do they know what their car looks like? This part, I'm like, this is a little bit weird to me. But whatever. They end up, like, murdering the entire family. Guess who's here? X-24, and he's basically a clone of Wolverine, and so they have to fight him, and the only way to stop him is to, like, impale him on something, and then he'll be able to heal, right? They have to go, Xavier gets stabbed, and he's dead, and they have to bury him, they have to go to North Dakota, and he keeps saying, this isn't real, and she's like, just take me there, he's like, fine, I'll take you there, and he goes there, and then he sleeps on the side of the road, and she ends up driving there, and I'm like, man, how long are her legs? Look. She's 11. As far as I know, a cop would have pulled them over by then. But also, how is she able to reach the gas? She's like tiny. Like, I didn't see her put his legs on the gas for her, like you would think. There's some parts of this movie I'm like a little bit confused by, but most of it is awesome because of how much gore there is. And I love the relationship between Logan and Laura developing. It's off to a rocky start, obviously. Logan's a very abrasive person, so I understand, but they do develop like a relationship, and then by the end they develop a closeness. They go to Eden. Guess who's there? A bunch of mutants. Wow, that's crazy. There's a bunch of mutants. There hasn't been any mutants for 25 years. Wow, they're here. There's some here. But that's because they were born in a lab. What's interesting about this society is that the government found out what caused mutations and put anti-mutation stuff in the food. So now we don't have mutants. And I'm like, man, this sucks. Also, it would make sense that the government would do that because mutants are a threat to their ultimate authority. Anyway, so this movie ends with a bang. They're going through this forest. They gotta go through this forest across the Canadian border to be safe. This part doesn't make sense to me. Why is there a magical barrier that makes them so the guys chasing them wouldn't cross the Canadian border? Oh, they don't have passports would be a really funny answer. But honestly, this movie doesn't really answer that for me. So, of course, I love the gore. I love how much blood there is. There's some really brutal shots of people getting impaled in the head. And there's a lot of cool shots. And also, Xavier out in public now. And he has a seizure, and it causes like 600 people to be injured. And it's like, oh, wow. Oh, crazy. I can't believe it. I can't believe I caused this. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm sorry that I did this to everyone. I was just having a seizure. But, you know, now he's dead, so we have to deal with that. But what's interesting, and now they're running through the forest. He's like, I'm going to inject all this medicine into me, make me a rage beast. Right? And then X-24 comes around. They're doing a little fighting. She has the adamantium bullet because Logan was like, I have one. I have an adamantium bullet because I want to shoot myself. And so she steals the adamantium bullet, and then adamantium, these mosquitoes, get out, skedaddle. They're going through the forest. He goes, slices, dices a bunch of people, fights against X-24, and then he gets impaled. And he's like, don't heal me. Don't even try, Laura, to get this piece of wood out of my body. I'm sure he would really like it if it got stuck there. But practically, he could just pull it out and then he would heal a little bit slower. You wanna know why he's old man Logan now? It's because he has adamantium bullets and adamantium bullets stuck in him and he just never got rid of it. Is what I gathered from the dialogue, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. And then she's like, oh, I'm so sad, and then she buries him, and then she just walks off with the rest of the kids. And I'm like, wow, this is sad. First of all, Why are they in Canada now? You got the best security ever at the Canadian border. I mean, I guess. Do you ever thought about that? Why are they going to Canada in the first place? I'm not sure. But whatever, I guess. It's Canada is where all the cool people are from. Like Wolverine, he's from Canada. He never got to make it to Canada back before he died. And that made me sad. I was so sad when he died because I was like, I love Logan. I've seen him. Get the heckity heck away from my device, my cellular device. Hey, get away, bug. But he is a good guy. And the fact that he has like a nice heart, he'll save people, but the way he does it is kind of not a nice way. He doesn't do it in the nicest of ways, but he does what is necessary. That's what I love about Logan, and it makes me sad that he's dead. It also makes me happy that there's somebody to continue having Wolverine powers, which is really cool. We have like a little girl who has Wolverine powers. She can just go all day. I like this movie a lot. There are some problems that I had with it, but I mentioned those problems. They don't really detract from the storytelling too well. I was captivated. I was looking at the screen. I was like, that's crazy. I'm gonna keep watching. And then as soon as he died and she just walks off, it's like the end of the movie. I'm like, oh wow, I feel really empty. Let me know what you think of Logan in the comments below. I gotta give this movie, it's a solid like 7.8 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. The platform really likes that. If you want a fast track movie review, you can do that for $20 dinos at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you like to help support the daily grindiness of all them daily movie reviews, go to his link tree, find the way you can help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews. So go here. And until next time, I'm in Salad Saw. Still eats my salad croutons and bacon bits. You know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna fight these mosquitoes with my claws.